Hey, I'm Matt, and I'm headed to work. Oh, so I recently posted a video giving my opinion on Alabama fans and the Alabama football program, and I expressed my opinion as an opinion. I also stated that I did not believe that Alabama should have been in the 4-team playoff, and then stated reasons why I did not believe that. I still don't believe that they should have been in the 4-team playoff. I think that there needs to be more merit on playing in your conference championship game. And even though Alabama won the game hands down, and I do tip my hat to them, they proved that they are the best team in the country. Okay? And I watched the game, and they won that game. The game was not given to them. They went out and won that game. And that, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, but that quarterback from Hawaii, that true freshman, that dude is scary good. I mean, maybe not next year, but in the next 2 to 3 years, look out, because that kid is going to be in the top of quarterbacks in college football. Okay. Now, on to when I gave my opinion on Alabama fans. I addressed that as all Alabama fans, and I apologize for that. Not all Alabama fans are bad. There are some wonderful, great Alabama fans. Okay? There are. It's just unfair to the good ones, because there are bad ones. Of course, there's bad fans with every single group. Matter of fact, a few years ago, there was a guy, I'd laugh, it's not funny, but he's called the Red River, I think called the Red River Scrotum or something like that. The guy was at a bar, and there was a guy wearing a Texas shirt, and an OU fan went up to him, and they got in a fight. And the OU fan proceeded to grab the other guy's testicles and hang on to the point of, I think he ruptured a testicle. That's just absurd. There is no reason that should be over football. No reason at all. But, okay. So, I said that to prove, that there are bad fans in every group. Okay? And Alabama fans, y'all do have some wonderful, great fans. Y'all do. Wonderful, great fans. And y'all have a big, wonderful tradition at Alabama of winning football. Okay? Y'all do. Paul Bear Bryant, and Nick Saban. I mean, Nick Saban, in my opinion, is the best college football coach out there. Okay? Now, lost my train of thought. And I never once said that I was more intelligent than Alabama fans. I never once said that I'm intelligent, period. I mean, the people that know me know that I think I'm an idiot. That's why I want to know everything, because I'm an idiot. So I strive to get better intellectually. Okay, back on track. Okay. There are some horrible... I know where I was. There are some horrible Alabama fans out there. And unfair to the good ones, when your team is that successful as Alabama is, in 5 championships in 10 years, that is just absurd. I mean, that's dynasty right there. That is dynasty right there. I did see on Facebook someone posted, can we petition the NCAA to make Alabama play in pro football? And I thought that was hilarious. And I think Alabama, if y'all play pro football, y'all would beat some teams. But, unfair to the people that grow up cheering for Alabama and love Alabama and are good, solid people. When you are that successful of a program, you do attract the unsavory types, the bandwagon fans, the fans who jump on and just like, I'm an Alabama fan, so you suck. That type. And the people that just want to fight. I mean, those type, you do attract those. And because of your success, the spotlight is also on you more. You have more games played on national television. There's more news coverage for your program, so the light tends to be brighter on the more successful teams. And yes, y'all have great, wonderful fans. I should not have directed my comments to all Alabama fans, okay? Now, it does seem that there is a higher percentage, to me, as my opinion, it does seem there's a higher percentage of Alabama fans that tend to be that extreme, okay? Now, that does not mean that all Alabama fans are horrible, but I still do believe that, I've heard stories of Alabama fans, not all of them, but Alabama fans after a loss just randomly walking up to someone wearing the opposing team's t-shirt and punching them, okay? And that just, there's no call for that, okay? There's no call for that. Now, that's not all Alabama fans, okay? Like I said, when you are that good, you tend to attract more bandwagon fans, okay? And you know what? I'm an OU fan, and I guarantee you there are more OU fans out there now than there were in the 90s. Not because they were born into it, just because the 90s, you know, we were skipping from coach to coach and couldn't recruit and couldn't get anything going until Bob Stoops came there, okay? And I was still an OU fan in the 90s, okay? I remember that's when I went to the majority of my games was in the 90s. You know, being born in 81 and being a teenager in the 90s. The majority of my college football games that I went to was in the 90s. And also due to when I became an adult, I went to the Marine Corps. So I was out of the state. But at the same time, I was also an OU fan in Southern California when we were playing USC. And that was fun. Yeah, that was fun. So, but trash talk is a part of football. You can trash talk, but when it gets physical and you start hurling insults and attacking that person as an individual instead of, you know, bringing up, you know, just trash talk about the program, okay? And I do say, now this isn't on Nick Saban, because I heard that after the game he wasn't even aware that player had went after the coach, okay? So it's not on Nick Saban, but that coach that the player went after still sent him back into the game. I don't understand that, okay? I don't understand that. And at the same time, that player did apologize, and we don't know what discipline is taken. I mean, that player, for all we know, could be running stadium steps until he pukes and then runs more. We don't know that, okay? We don't know that. And and like we said, a guy did say that it looks worse when you can see replay after replay. Okay, I did see it live, and yes, I have seen replays. I have watched the replays, but I did see that live, and I was like, oh, come on. I was like, that's just uncalled for. And and yes, Oklahoma did lose to Georgia. We did blow a huge lead, okay? That did happen. Yes, it did. And I'm not upset that we lost, okay? I view it as there are only 4 teams got to that level, and we were one of the teams that got to that level, okay? I'm not upset, and I have a video addressing Georgia fans that shows I'm not upset, okay? That was a very well-played game. And I have, after the fact, heard rumors that some of the Georgia players had pictures of the Murrah Federal Building bombing here in Oklahoma City, and were showing it or passing it around saying there's going to be another blowout in Oklahoma. That's just uncalled for. I mean, as someone who remembers where they were when that bombing happened, I was at Hefner Middle School in science class studying for a science test, and the doors and windows of the building shook, and then there was a big rumble. We could hear it, And just a couple minutes later, there's an announcement came on that said all children who have parents who work downtown need to come down to the office. And then word slowly got around that there was a bombing downtown. Oh crap, I need to get over. Forgot they have I-40 shut down for construction, the entrance. So yay, made it. But that's just uncalled for. Now that does not reflect on all Georgia fans, just like the instances where I saw Alabama fans throwing women to the ground and Alabama fans jumping over people to attack OU college students. Does not reflect on all OU fans. There are bad apples in any group. That is happened, and unfairly to the Alabama fans, the good ones, the spotlight is brighter on Alabama because of the success. Okay? The light is brighter on y'all because of the success that y'all have. And so, with the light brighter, you see more of the bad. And in today's media, for some reason, the bad is highlighted while the good is just pushed off to the side. Okay? So, yes, I unfairly classified an entire fan base based on a few bad apples. I did do that. Okay? I did do that. I unfairly classified an entire fan base. I'm not backtracking on my statements. I still believe that there are some horrible Alabama fans. There's horrible OU fans. There's horrible Georgia fans. There's horrible fans in every fan base. Okay? But I still believe, like I said, from my experiences with Alabama fans online and the experiences from when OU has played them and from things I've seen in the media, those were my opinions on Alabama fans. Where I was wrong was classifying all Alabama fans in with what I had experienced online, because there's fake tough people online. I mean, people will say anything to someone online that if someone's standing right in front of them, they won't say it. Okay? And I never once called anybody names. I never once did, singled out individuals. Okay? But at the same time, I was dead wrong for classifying everybody into that one group from what I had seen. Okay? And in my video, I had a ton of Alabama fans come and say, yes, there are some Alabama fans like that, but please do not classify us all like that. And I had some say, hey, I'll have an intellectual conversation with you all day long. I greatly appreciate that, okay? The good people in this world tend to sit back and let the bad ones speak for us, okay? I did not want to get political and all that stuff, but as good people, we need to start rising up and making our voices heard. Okay, as good people, we need to stop letting the bad represent us. Okay, because then people like myself see the bad and generalize everybody in that group as being what the bad is. Okay, so my challenge to you, the good Alabama fans, please rise up and make your voices heard. Okay, please rise up and make your voices heard. Okay, do not let the bad seeds represent you. Do not let the bad seeds be what someone like myself is on the outside looking in. Do not let the bad seeds be all that they see. Okay, rise up and let the good be heard. Wow. If this was a Wayans Brothers movie, like Don't Be a Menace to South Central or Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, a postman would have jumped up right there and just went, message! So, but yes. Oh, and also, I was asked this a lot. My feelings on Baker Mayfield. Okay? For one thing, whenever he got tackled by that cop in Arkansas, I made the joke, and if you don't believe me, you can get on Facebook. I made a joke out of it. I believe I posted a meme of someone running from a bunch of police and put, I didn't do it, but someone put Baker Mayfield's picture of him running on a football field on there, and I posted that. And then I also put the joke that there are 9 Big 12 schools that are looking into the eligibility of that cop. You know, because he's the only one that could tackle Baker Mayfield. And yes, I do think that Baker Mayfield is over the top in his celebrations. I cringed when he grabbed his manhood and said what he said towards Kansas. And now I have opinions on that, on why he did that, but I'm not going to get into that because then it's just tit for tat. What he did was wrong. And yes, I cringed when I saw that. Okay, I did cringe when I saw that. Okay, I cringed when I saw that. And he was punished for that. And he did apologize. But it's very easy to apologize publicly after you're punished. Okay? And honestly, this is 100% being honest. If Baker Mayfield was on another team, any other team besides OU, I would hate him. Yes, I would. But also at the same time, him being on OU and me being an OU fan, I have seen little things. Like I said, the good is not brought forward because the bad is generally spotlighted. But I have seen Baker Mayfield kneel down and take a knee to tie one of his players' shoes. Okay? Baker Mayfield, when Anderson dove into the end zone and had 4 touchdowns, I forget which game it was, but when he had 4 touchdowns in the first half and he had dove into the end zone and he got grass in his face mask, Baker Mayfield ran down there, took his helmet off of him, and started digging the grass out. Okay? Yes, I think Baker Mayfield is a great leader, okay? But at the same time, he does go over the top. And I have cringed watching him, okay? And he has made mistakes, okay? And yes, if he was on any other team besides my team, I would hate him. But at the same time, Alabama fans, if he was on your team, you'd love him too, okay? It's kind of like my wife loves me because I'm her husband. You know, if I wasn't her husband, she wouldn't love me as much as she does. Which I don't even understand why she loves me to begin with. But, you know, and it's just football. It's just football. And this week, I've probably done more videos about football in this past week than I have in the 2 years or whatever since I've had my YouTube channel. I have almost 400 videos, and I'm willing to bet that under 10 of those videos are on football. Okay? But, yeah, I just want to say that there are great Alabama fans out there, and do not let the bad seeds be the voices that outsiders hear. Okay? Don't let it happen. So, I'm going to say bye now because I believe I've rambled on long enough. And, yeah. I'm going to leave with this Boomer Sooner, Go Dogs, and Roll Tide. And, there's nothing that I would love more than for Georgia and Alabama to both make it on to the playoffs next year, and OU have to play against, well, I'd love both of them, you know, being an OU fan, because that means that we would have beaten one and got to the championship against the other. But I would love to see one and or both of y'all next year in the playoffs, okay? So, yeah, Boomer Sooner, Go Dogs, and Roll Tide. Even though I tend to fall towards the Boomer Sooner side of it, but yeah.